Many altcoins going to do very well in the upcoming bull market. Many of your altcoins going to do awesome. All-time highs shattered, parabolic trends being made. In this video, I want to talk about two of my top altcoins that I think are going to outperform and go a little crazy in this next bull market. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Let's jump into this video. Cover a lot of Bitcoin on this YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about some altcoins a little bit more. There's so many out there, right? These are two that I very much like. I've been very much accumulating. Cardano. Here's Cardano in the short term, and Dash. I'm going to jump into the macro and micro charts on both of these, and we're going to start with Cardano. So let's just jump in. First off, Cardano, $1.33 all-time high. I'm pretty sure that's what it says on CoinMarketCap, but on this Binance chart, you can see it looks like this weekly hit $1.40 or so. Needless to say, Cardano, so much progress since the price was hitting this area in terms of the technology, in terms of what is being built. It is huge, in my opinion. That's not what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I want to strictly talk about the charts. Now, currently, Cardano is sitting at just over 15 cents, almost 16 cents. Price range wise from its all-time high, we're looking at it's still almost 700% away from its all-time high. And so there's a lot of things in terms of the trends of Cardano and the potential upside for Cardano that I just want to talk about in this video. So let's just talk about this. This is a weekly chart. You see very, very simple trend lines, right? Obviously, the bear market was harsh on pretty much everything, Bitcoin and altcoins. A really key moment for Cardano was right here. This was the week of May 2020. You might have remembered that May going into the summer. Cardano was just really doing amazing, outperforming. It was a fun ride, especially from the swing low. We're talking about under 2 cents. So 2 cents to 15 cents right now, that alone, just awesome success story for Cardano. But let's talk about what is next in terms of price for Cardano. Now, here's what we're looking at right now. And I don't do this a lot in my technical analysis, using, swing highs and these trend lines. But for Cardano, I think it really helps tell a story. We need to see Cardano get into these environments where it's kind of breaking into new trends, right? And really, we need that to happen until it breaks all-time high. Bitcoin has already done that. And now we're in a price discovery stage for Bitcoin. But Cardano, we're still waiting on that. And it's done it twice already. Number one, it hit this swing high, this lower high from February. We broke it out of this upper trend line. This was the turning point for Cardano. This would be an excellent area if you started to go long on Cardano. And I think many people did when this move happens. And that is one trend line that was just a huge success. And the other trend line would be right here. And we're talking this one is right around 9 to 10 cents. This was another lower high for Cardano that it also has broken with this swing high. Currently, you can see most recently, Cardano has used that as support. These are just incredibly bullish foundational things I really wanted to point out to you on the weekly chart. They're very important. I know a lot of you want to know, well, what's it doing right now? And we're gonna jump into that. So let's go to the daily chart. On this chart, this is a daily. I have two midterm areas that I'm looking for. And really the breakout target for both is right around 50 cents. 50 cents, a little bit more than 50 cents. Number one, the falling channel that Cardano was in, right? Breakout target we've had all the way since May. These things take a while. If you remember the inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin, that took a while for that to play out. And here it is actually, the inverse head and shoulders with the $24,000 target. Bitcoin broke and hit that target, and it took a while. This is on a daily chart. This is going back to October 2019. Now going back to that Cardano chart, we can kind of see, well, what's going on in Cardano on the daily chart. So let me zoom back out so we can see this a little bit clearer. Right now, we have those two targets, 50 cents or a little bit more. That's one. And the number two is this. This is a more recent rising wedge that Cardano is in. Again, can take some time to play out. Cardano currently just hanging out in the middle, but breakout target to the upside. We're talking about 50 cents plus. And these are very bullish targets for the midterm. Now, these are in environments where Cardano is kind of just hitting into these stages, right? And this would be like another important phase for Cardano, because we'd be breaking at that point a swing high, which was really the first lower high after the bull market high. And this is a huge turning point. A lot of you are probably waiting for Cardano to start going parabolic. It's a little bit of an uphill battle, right? Before that happens. And that battle really is until 50 cents, right? Or I should say 40 cents. But if we're hitting this 50-cent target, we're breaking that 40 cents trend line, that lower high. And I think from 40 cents to 50 cents plus, when Cardano gets to that area, you're going to see $1 come quick. I think you're going to see $1.33 come quick, $1.40 come quick. The all-time highs, you're going to see it come a little quicker. And then we can start talking about price discovery. And then we can start talking about, well, why do I think $3, $4 is very much in play for Cardano? And, I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but I very much do think that is where Cardano is headed. Going to the 6 hour, I do want to cover this. On the 6 hour chart, you can just see just a couple different scenarios in play. And I think a lot of it has to do with the markets in general, traditional markets, Bitcoin, what direction this plays out. Again, if Cardano breaks to the downside, there's very good chance, right, that it could retrace to 10 cents, even a little bit lower if we're hitting a target out of the symmetrical triangle for Cardano. You have to have that in the back of your mind. We don't know what the markets are going to do. Maybe there's a huge, short-term crash coming. Cardano sitting at 10 cents is possible. That's an incredibly crazy accumulation area for me. Fiat is ready. It is what it is. Now let's talk about the upside. So for the very short-term move, Cardano 20 cent plus in the short term is just, it could happen at any time. Just for context, what that looks like for Cardano, we're talking about, and that's not the right, that is the date range. We need the price range. We're talking about a move of 75% to the upside. That can definitely happen in the short term. Remember, 74% to the apex of these symmetrical triangles. We often see breakout areas. That would be the end of December. We could see a huge breakout for Cardano a little bit before, a little bit after, but you get the point in terms of these targets for Cardano. This is what's in play. This is what I'm tracking. Be prepared for all scenarios. Going over to Dash, let's talk about it. $1,600 all-time high. It's currently at $100. It's insane how far off that is, right? So let's take our price range, give you a little bit of idea of what we're looking at. We're talking about around 1,300% from all-time high. And again, Dash, this is on the weekly, starting to make a little bit of a turn to the upside. We had a swing low in March when markets were just going crazy to the downside, $31 swing low. And so here's Dash, and on the weekly chart and the macro level, you can just see this falling wedge that Dash has most recently broken out of. Very bullish sign for Dash. The upper trend line sitting right around $76. Also, the 50-week moving average confluent with the 20-week moving average. That $80, $75 area is incredibly important for me, at least, because Dash is another crypto I will buy the dips on. And that could be an area where it revisits. If markets continue to the downside, that's a buy area for me for Dash. But let's kind of start seeing what is the potential for Dash. So upside potential, and this is why I like Dash. It kind of is boring, but then when it makes its move, it is powerful and it's volatile. And I just really like Dash for that reason. And I think we're going to see so much upside in terms of Dash well beyond $1,600 as the crypto markets and altcoin markets do their thing and, set these new all-time highs. Dash is one that I think will blow by $1,600. So we have kind of the short-term target, midterm target, short to midterm, $320, so $300 plus for Dash. If we see markets continue to the upside, Dash, we can be sitting at $200 so fast. And I know it sounds a little crazy because we're at $100, $105 right now on Dash, but that is just the way it moves. Historically, that's why I like the charts for Dash. It performs so well. I love that it has that kind of Bitcoin feel in terms of just very low supply And, you know, it's just a sleeper, in my opinion. Zooming in on the charts to get an idea of the very short term, $150 is the short term target out of this symmetrical triangle. I just like, there's a lot of altcoins that kind of have this symmetrical triangle thing going on, and it really helps in terms of just watching, right? So right now for Dash, it's what I'm watching, 74% to the apex. Like January 10th could happen a little before, could happen a little after, but that's what we're looking at. And we're looking at around $150 to the upside. And then to the downside, again, probably in the 70s, like in the 70s for a breakout target to the downside, right? And we just talked about that on the weekly in terms of where the weekly and the 50-week moving average and the 20-week moving average are. They're in that $70 to $80 range. So that would make a lot of sense. If this were to dip, it's a great accumulation area, in my opinion, if you're keen on accumulating some Dash. So these are just two altcoins. I really wanted to cover some quick technical analysis for you. There are others. I'm going to do coverage on, just because I think it's very much worth it. Ethereum is one. I'll try and get an Ethereum one in the next few days, and then probably some others upon your requests, everybody. But Bitcoin, we're going to keep tracking that. I'm actually going to go record a Bitcoin video right now, as it's, you know, right now it's hitting around 23,850. People wondering, what is it going to do? And a lot of what Bitcoin does plays into these altcoin charts. So it's very important that we continue to track Bitcoin the most to get a really good idea of what altcoins are going to do. So those are my thoughts on Cardano and Dash. Let me know your thoughts below. I appreciate you. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.